The all-new Mazda 3 features Mazda's Kodo Soul of Motion design. When designers began sketching ideas for the latest generation of Mazdas, they took inspiration from some of the fastest animals on the planet, like the cheetah, and from this, the Shinari concept was born. This design theme was further evolved to create the Minagi concept, which would become the CX-5. And then, the Takeri concept, which you see now in the Mazda 6. Now, Kodo Design takes its next step in the all-new Mazda 3. Overall, this car is lower and wider than the previous generation, and the cabin has been moved backwards, giving it a truly sleek, sporty appearance.
But it's more than just looks. The changed wheelbase and wider stance adds to the feel and handling, while the low and sleek profile slips through the air with minimal drag and resistance. Kodo Design continues inside. All the controls are laid out so that they are intuitive and comfortable to use. It means you don't need to take your eyes off the road to use them. And a new dashboard layout, which includes the new infotainment system, all create a driver's cockpit that's forward focused, which again means that you can keep your attention on the road ahead. You don't need to look away to find anything. Subtle enhancements like the use of soft touch materials, alloy highlights, even parts that look a little bit like carbon fiber really give it a premium feel, but without the premium European price tag. The front and rear seats sit lower to the ground to match the lowered exterior design, which means there's ample headroom and more shoulder room too. There's also the new active driving display, which sits directly in front of the driver and gives you important information like current speed, navigation instructions, and safety alerts. The all-new Mazda 3 featuring Kodo Design form and function together to bring you an incredible driving experience. The all-new Mazda 3 is now more connected with Mazda's latest infotainment system, MZD Connect. The system brings together satellite navigation, smartphone connectivity, and a reversing camera, all on this 7-inch touchscreen display. But how do you increase connectivity and information to the driver and make it safe to use at the same time? Well, the cockpit is clearly divided into two zones. Important information like speed, next turn notifications, radar cruise control, and safety alerts all appear on the active driving display, which is positioned right in front of the driver, so you can see all this information without needing to take your eyes off the road. The 7-inch infotainment screen has been positioned higher up on the dash and clearly into the driver's field of vision, which means you can see it without needing to take your attention off the road. The layout, colours and fonts make it really easy to read, and this commander can be used to control the screen. It matches your natural hand movements and can be operated by feel, which means you don't need to look down to use it. It's very intuitive. Then, to simplify things one step further, there's also voice control.
Say a command.
Navigate home.
To begin navigation, say start.
Start. And there's just a quick example of MZD Connect, Mazda's intuitive infotainment system that's now safer and easier to use. How can you improve performance and handling, and at the same time reduce fuel consumption? The answer? SkyActiv technology. The all-new Mazda 3 has the full suite of SkyActiv technologies, including the SkyActiv G petrol engine, which is lighter and uses a higher compression ratio. Now that means it can produce more power and torque, all while using less fuel. It's available in either a 2 or 2.5 litre version and 6-speed manual or automatic transmissions. This is the automatic Mazda 3 SP25 Estina, the top spec. Both engines run on regular unleaded and achieve outstanding fuel economy from as low as 5.7 litres per 100 kilometres. The transmission is lighter and the gear changes are really smooth and quick. There's also these paddles on the steering wheel for manual gear changes as well. I'll give you a quick example. Gear, gear, back up. Wow, that's very cool. The body and chassis have been made from more high tensile steel, which means it's lighter but also stronger and stiffer at the same time, which improves both the drive and the feel. Mazdas are renowned for their handling, and this one does not disappoint. It feels light and nimble and gives you a very clear sense of being in control on the road. I'll give you an example. When you turn into a corner, turn, and it reacts exactly how you'd expect it to.
Mazda has always placed a high emphasis on safety, and that continues with the all-new Mazda 3 being one of the safest small cars in Australia. How is it safe? Well, firstly, underneath the body is MADIS, Mazda's Advanced Impact Distribution and Absorption System. Now, put simply, that means that hidden underneath is a strong, rigid structure, almost like a cage, that works by absorbing the force of the impact and then redirecting it to help protect the occupant.
As well as MADIS, Mazda has included the full suite of iActive Sense advanced safety technologies in the all-new Mazda 3. iActive Sense is the umbrella term that Mazda has given to features like rear cross traffic alert, blind spot monitoring, radar cruise control, and smart city brake support, just to name a few. All of these have been developed to help support the driver and to detect hazards, even take evasive action if necessary, to lessen the likelihood of an accident occurring. I'll give you an example. Blind spot monitoring works using the radars at the back of the car that will detect if another vehicle is in your blind spot, and it will alert you with little orange warning lights in the side mirrors. Another feature I just mentioned, which is new to Mazda 3, is smart city brake support. Now, the way that works is by using a laser at the top of the windscreen that, when at low speeds, will automatically detect vehicles in front and apply the brakes for you if it thinks a collision is about to happen. Now, that will come in very handy if you spend a lot of time in heavy traffic or in and around the city.
There's way too much to talk about when it comes to safety and the all-new Mazda 3, but rest assured, with all the technology that's been built into these cars, it's just one less thing that you need to worry about.